Peace be to all. I hope everybody's having a beautiful and wonderful day. I know I ain't made a video in a little minute. Probably been about a month and a half since I made that pepper video. Some of y'all might have thought I was on hiatus because it was so hot, but that's not the case. It's just been so hot in real life, and it has been raining a whole lot. I've been helping out with the community gardens. There's a lot going on. We have an event coming up called the Taste of Africa event. And basically what that will be about is just celebrating melanated culture and just also breaking down the misconceptions. But I'm not gonna get into all of that. Tuning in right now to kind of just let y'all know what I got going in the garden and a couple things that y'all could plant and a couple things that y'all could be doing during these hot months. You're still able to plant some things, but some things is just a good idea to get ready for the next season as far as fall when it starts to cool down. Because here in Texas, August tends to be the hottest month of the year. Then it starts to cool down maybe around the beginning of October. So with that being said, I'm not gonna keep talking y'all ear off. I'm gonna just show y'all the stuff I got going on and the stuff that y'all could potentially be planting. And we just gonna keep it pushing, keep it moving. So if you have some containers, it is not too late to start sweet potatoes. You can still start your sweet potato slips in some containers. They won't end up taking up as much space, and they'll be able to fill out this container by the end of the season. Also, it's gonna start being pretty hot, and the sweet potatoes love the heat. This is when the vines are gonna really start vining out and doing things like that. You don't need to overwater it. You don't need to over fertilize it. Just kind of let the sweet potatoes do their thing. And you could also eat these wonderful leaves in a stir fry, or you could make a wrap and substitute the tortilla for some of the bigger leaves. I know this kind of looks like a mess right here, but it's kind of by design. So something else that you could plant is mullein, lemongrass, and then if you have any Texas natives, this is Mexican bush sage. And then this right here is called Henry Doolenberg. Another thing that you could plant, if you still need pollinators for the fall season, you could start planting your zinnias. You don't have to start these inside. You could just kind of start throwing them around your garden and see if they pop up. There are tons and tons of different varieties, as y'all could see. Different colors, shapes, sizes of the place where the bees pollinate. Some of them are way bigger, some of them are smaller. There's tons of varieties and they're super cheap, so you'll be able to grow these with no effort and bring those pollinators in for the fall season, or just have a couple colors for your beautiful garden. While I'm over here, I'll just kind of show y'all this huge plant that I have right here. This is called tansy. So the reason that I have this plant is because from the research that I did, it's really good for butterflies and bees. So it's really good for butterflies and bees, but it also helps repel mosquitoes. I may be wrong, but that's from the research that I've done. It hasn't really repelled any mosquitoes as far as I've seen, but butterflies have came around and been messing with the plant. Here is where I have the swimming pool. I had to end up drilling a hole. So it wouldn't keep filling all the way up, because it's been consistently raining, and I just want to make sure that it's maintaining moisture and not actually getting root rot. So since I'm over here, I just want to showcase the peppers that I have growing, the super hot ones that I have. So this is a Trinidad Scorpion. I got a couple of these on there. And then moving over here, I have some Carolina Reapers. And then here is where I have ghost peppers that I ate. I'm drying some out currently. Peace, everyone. I will actually be able to show y'all in a couple
my seconds. Microphone ended up dying. There's a lot of footage in this video that I wasn't able to include because my microphone ended up dying. But these are the ghost peppers that I'm starting out drying. They're starting to release their oils right now. That's why they're looking extra shiny. They're starting to dry out. That's why they're starting to turn this color. I'm really excited to be able to make some hot sauce and some seasoning out of this. I also have some more ghost peppers right here. They've been producing a whole lot and they're super hot, so I'm just figuring out ways to be able to use them. These right here are Carolina Reapers, and those, they have the little stinger on them, as y'all can see, which I think is super cool, and they look like they have a whole bunch of spikes over them, so that means they're extra hot. But I just wanted to showcase these peppers to y'all. So in this part, I was just showcasing a moringa tree that I have growing in a small pot. This is something that can be planted during this time. They're super fast growers, and you're also able to get a really good harvest for the cold season. I like to stock up on moringa because it's really high in antioxidants. It's really good for your eyes. It's good for your blood. It has a lot of detoxifying properties as well. So it's just a really good herb to have. Just so y'all could see a comparison, I'm 6'3", so this tree is taller than me. Then here's another one right here that's about almost as tall as me. So these, they are in the front yard and they are next to a walkway. But the thing about that is, like I said, when it gets cold, they're going to end up dying off. And what I can do is I could dig that root up like I did last year, and then I could dry the root out and make a powder out of it. So I could have the leaves for powder and the root for powder. And the root is a whole lot more powerful than just the leaves. So another thing that you could plant is black-eyed peas. Black-eyed peas, purple hull peas, the cow peas, they love the heat. They love the heat. So that's something that you'll be able to plant. Just be mindful that these are a drying bean. So if you want to be able to have black-eyed peas or purple hull peas, then you need to have a lot of bean plants in order to have a whole pot of beans. I had to learn this out last year. I thought I had plenty of beans, then I put it in a pot. I maybe only had a bowl full. Another suggestion for planting would be eggplant. Man, my stuff been getting ate up and it's been turning yellow just because all this dang rain. Like, it doesn't normally rain this much, and so I haven't been able to be out in the garden as much, but I've been coming back now and I gotta just prune up everything. But I planted a couple things before the rain started. That's why I have quite a few things that had popped up during that time. This deal, need to replace it. All them seeds going right into the compost. I love when dill just randomly pop up in the garden. And I know if it's properly composted, the seeds won't germinate the next year, but that's the fun of it. So now what I have started right here, I have some curly parsley, some cilantro, some chives, and some celery. I'm doing an experiment with some microgreens. These are pea microgreens. I was trying to see if I could get them to sprout faster if I didn't soak them, but I'm starting to realize they just made shoddy germination. So I'm probably gonna throw this out and start another experiment. Right here, I'm trying out something with the Kratky method. So this is the way that I'm starting the seedlings. These are all lettuce. So I'm gonna be testing that out. And once I get it down, I'll make a video to kind of show y'all a way that I do it. And then we'll be able to keep it moving. So on this next one, I got some broccoli getting ready for the next season, some collards getting ready for the next season, and then I have some Swiss
And this
chard
is where I recorded the
and kale,
outro. I know y'all can't hear the audio of the actual video, but I still wanted to be able to let y'all know what I was saying. So I was just informing y'all of the things that you can still do in the summertime whenever it's super hot. These are some things that you could still plant, and there also are some things that you could start for the next season. Like y'all seen in the video, I have some seeds getting started. So it may be super, super hot and you may not want to risk putting something outside to plant it, but you can go ahead and start your fall garden if you don't have seedlings. If you do have seedlings, like I said, eggplant is a great one to go ahead and put in the ground. Black-eyed peas will produce. Armenian cucumbers, they do really well in the heat. So just keep in mind that
Just because it's super hot doesn't mean that there are things that cannot grow. Does not mean that your garden has to look brown. It does not have to look yellow, and it does not have to suffer from the rays of the sun. You can use this energy and you can harness it and use it towards starting seeds or just planning for the next season. Whenever you're planning your garden, it's always a good idea to plan 2 months ahead. And with that being said, I hope all of you have a beautiful and wonderful day. And just remember, it's a beautiful day to garden.
Draining all your energy, better pull them like a weed. Undefeated in life, shit, I sprouted like a seed.